Can you imagine if 10 million youth generated 10 million naira per annum? That is 100 trillion naira. But we have not been deliberate to ensure that we could create such capacity. Okay, the youth are great, yes, highly populated, but what are components of the economy that we could have created so that this youthful segment of the society are benefiting from it? But with such a population, youthful population, we cannot ignore them. You must be deliberate to create an economy that harnesses it, that population, that caters to that population. We cannot keep saying, oh, we have 60% of the youth, 80%, depending on what exactly the age bracket you're looking at. It ranges anywhere from 50 to 80% of the population. With all of that, how can we not be deliberate about creating an economy that is specific to this particular segment of the population? The way the economy is designed be beneficial to a few people. The economy is largely driven by, the oil and gas sector. And right now it's not working. So remember, the unemployment rate is incredibly high. Poverty rate is incredibly high. Then the major source of your economy is also now threatened. Now, if your entire economy has been designed to address these things that are not working, remember that over the years, even the capacities, even the capabilities of governance and government have been largely around these things. The question is, how can the new economy be created if the capabilities that have been developed were designed for these older economic components? It will be unrealistic for us to assume that organically, by just improving things as they are today, that we will be able to come out of the current crisis rapidly, in a quick manner. It won't happen. It cannot happen. The most pragmatic approach today will be to see how we can reorganize the current system whilst creating the next generation economy. And what is this? Think about today, think about all the different opportunities that we're leaving on the table, that we're not exploring, that we're not exploiting. Look at the education sector, healthcare, sports, entertainment, financial technology, and even education technology. But more importantly, it is driven by business. It is driven by the importance of creating, an enabling environment that promotes business, that promotes enterprise. That's the new economy we're talking about. That it requires a different kind of thinking. People have come to me to say, oh, but you don't have political experience, but you don't have government experience. And I'm trying to explain to them that we're in a crisis. The skill you need from me is not the skill to actually issue out contracts. Nigeria is in a major crisis. So we need to think differently. It's not those old capabilities that were required in the older economy that you need tomorrow in this next generation economy. So how are you going to come to the table to say, I have X million youth here and they are massive human resources. They are an asset to the country. And we need to be able to create an economy that takes them into consideration. But because they are not employable, because the education system has also collapsed, we have to think of this entire thing differently. Now, this does not mean that the older economy does not have its potential. It's incredibly important. And mind you, it has a lot of great people and great assets, great human resources. So it has nothing to do with the people. It has more to do with the system. And we're saying that we're still all going to work together as a team, as a people, to fix it. But the bottom line is that we cannot put the economy on hold because people are suffering. The people have to be our focus, our priority. And that is the reason why it is essential that as we begin to relook, rethink, reorganize the existing economy, that something new is created. And what that new thing is wrapped around enterprise, is wrapped around business. It has to be a government that is pro-business, that understands it, understands how to create value from it, understands how to create capacities and capabilities from it, so that we can begin to experience the effect of that new economy almost immediately.